I think development today means what it meant 50 years ago, which is an improvement in the lives of poor people. And roughly, poor people could be described as those living under $2 a day and things like that. That has not changed in 50 years, the meaning of development. I think somewhere along the line we may have lost our sights by thinking that the way to get to development is that governments should deliver on it, and governments have shown themselves not to be best at it. So we should go back to the idea that development means improving the lives of poor people, and the people who can make that change are the poor people themselves. The key message is that the process of development started out as one of overcoming market failures, public goods, delivering public goods and correcting externalities. But that meant that government had to intervene. And when governments intervened, they created a set of government failures, that some of these interventions, these subsidies, became captured by urban elites or special interest groups. And that led to a situation which was not much better than the original market failure that it was supposed to correct. But in trying to now correct government failures, I think we also overshot, because we thought that we ignored the fact that these are deeply political problems, that the group that is earning the rents from a distortion will try very hard to protect them, even though we're trying to get rid of them. And therefore, governments are reluctant to do it. So I think what we need to come up with now, in the third phase of development, as we call it, is to empower poor people with knowledge, with information, so that they can bring pressure to bear on the political forces, so that they can bring about change and actually come up with reforms that will improve the lives of poor people. One thing that excites me about this kind of project is that development has been a very heterogeneous field, and there are people from different disciplines and people with very different views. I would even go to say different ideological positions that have been working in development, and you can see it's been a controversial field. What excites me is that this project is an opportunity to bring that together. Doesn't mean that we will all agree, but it would be stated in a way that gives everyone that voice, so that we can actually look at the field of development the way it has matured in the last 20 years into a really vibrant field with multiple disciplines, multiple points of view, and importantly, multiple voices from the South.